Hifumi's body, discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body, discovered in the equipment room. He has black hair again. He's no longer Super Saiyan. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality, the reality I have to face every day. But still. Why is this happening? Oh, Toko's on the ground. Why is she on the ground? My man Keeps has the best memory. You know that is a fucking lie, Fire. Sakura is also confused. Why is she on the ground? Toko? Don't tell me. Toko too? Relax. She just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right. When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. Nah, facts, I choose to believe in the memory. It's like he said, I just leave her alone for now. Sakura, what's your thoughts? No thoughts. Hammer. Another hammer. Now it's Justice Hammer 4. It's even bigger than before. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too?
However...
But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? Well, what do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, and Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time, it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3? Ah.
What?
What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. It's out of the picture frame now? What's out of the picture frame? What? Hifumi's dead too.
What?
What?
Hey!
Hifumi's been killed. Yeah?
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Oh, the hammer. We better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course. Come on. So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab...
Oh.
Ah. Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi is dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that is not all. It is gone. Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. Excuse me?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It disappeared. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here?
Hey!
Everyone, back to the nurse's office. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. Buh! I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Hina is shocked. Me and Celeste went to the bathroom. We were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die. Just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Huh?
Hold on. What do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be.
No!
Hina.
Calm down. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime. We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
You know what? Fair enough. Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting. Right now we need to hurry back.
Huh?
I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. You smug bastard. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. And when we got there... Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
it is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only one who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Oh, hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there'll be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder, if they were to break that rule. I mince ya! Mince you without a second thought! Mince ya, grind ya, turn you into paste. By the way, you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish, like shrimps or crabs? Indeed. Byakuya is a big fan of shellfish.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed, and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, and the only one who could have done it, is Hiro. But is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Whatever. We define those bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well. Then let us split up and begin searching. But there is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
'cause, I mean...
I know that. I mean, I think I do. But
Hina.
if you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
Okay. Thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the two missing bodies. And that is the setup. Will it let me go back into the physics lab? I wanted to check something. Will it even let me check anything in that room? I have to come back here later anyway. Because I think the hammer is still in here, right? If I look at the hammer, will it give me any clues? Another one of these hammers, and looks like it's made of wood. It's even bigger than the others. Justice Hammer 4. Is all the work that suspicious individual? Alright. How's Toko doing? When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood. I don't think we have to worry about anyone else dying, so I'll just leave her alone for now. Alright. Yes, please. You there yet? Yes, please. I'm gonna guess where the hammers are being used. There might be something in the art room. So those hammers definitely they came from like the sculpting hammers from the art room. Hey, there's people in here.
Huh?
Where could two dead bodies have disappeared to? What the fuck?
Damn.
Why is there a sheep? Check the blood? Dum dum. I forgot. Do I have to go back and look at the blood now? You search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? Rattle rat. Huh? The door must be locked. That means there's gotta be something in there, right?
Damn.
How do I get in there, though? Can I not just take a hammer to the door? Yes, please. Alright, I will go back and look at the blood. I'm not so important about some blood, man. Just a bit of blood. Y'all got it. Keeps us alive. What's important about it? Tak's entire body disappeared, leaving behind nothing but a blood stain. Alright. Why is there mats on the floor over here? This is a tarp. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Nothing worth thinking about too much. That feels like a red flag. Oh, there's a coin. Never mind. I have 2 Monokuma coins to my name. Alright. I've looked at the blood. There's nothing. However, I did find a coin, so I will say thank you. Yes, leave the area. So there's definitely something on the go with the art room, but I can't access it currently, which is an unfortunate thing. There should be some classrooms on this floor. Was curious about the trail of blood. I mean, the blood was just there. It's not exactly a trail. That blood is a slipping hazard. Oh yeah, like, let me just go and get a wet floor sign real quick, you know? Is there a body in the locker? It's a locker. Doesn't seem especially important right now, so I don't need to open it. But there's a body in there, though. You could have set the body in a locker. Alright, I don't think anything in here. No, just put a tarp over it. Easy. Oh, Makoto.
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? When you get to the repository. The what? Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. You know what? That's pretty easy. Their bodies are in the repository? How did they get there, though? That's like... Wait, is the repository that room in the art room? I tried to go in there. They wouldn't let me in. The bastards. They're forcing me to be handheld. Are the bodies here somewhere? Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. Then I have no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door. And when I entered, I saw... How bad is this going to be? Hey look, Taka's on a tarp. The two bodies that disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered.
Good to know.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so here we are.
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. Oh, I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now, make sure to investigate with all of your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Yeah. Well then, now we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this was some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. No. Huh? What the fuck? This wasn't... The fuck?
He's alive again? Where am I?
Huh? He's not dead?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Ned Stark, no.
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? Ah, that's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything.
Oh?
Before I met you all. I met you all.
What? His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me. Like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you?
Make this really easy for us, please.
Who tried to kill you?
Just Tell us the murderer, Hifumi.
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name.
Yasahiro. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. Rip Hifumi, may your afterlife be filled with 2D women. May your afterlife be filled with 2D women and sad trombone. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins. No calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return, just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. Huh. He said Yasahiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasahiro Hagakure. Wanna know what Hina got? What did Hina get? That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going so far as to hide their bodies.
Emotional damage!
Hina did indeed get emotional damage. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this. To make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. First, better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
there's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Oh, don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Yeah, so what's the point of being an accomplice?
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want. There's no gratification in it.
So then.
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that one. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget not how much you might assist in a murder. Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Well, we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? And just like normal.
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person.
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. I can't see any way Kyoko will be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended! When did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Let's go, Keeper and a femme voice. I do femme voices all the time, T. What are you on about? Anyway, you there. Fucking... I always forget how Jill talks.
huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be.
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. What?
What?
So, what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know? She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about right now.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
so then.
Actually, that reminds me, there's not many guys left right now. So I'm doing a lot of femme voices. The guys that are alive are Makoto, which I just use my voice. There's Byakuya, who I use a slightly deeper version of my voice. And Hiro, who I use my, like, stoner voice for. And there's Sakura, Hina, Toko, Celeste. Jill is... I technically do a bit of a different voice for Jill. Did I count all of them? I think I counted all of them. Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway. Yandere femme voice. She is a yandere, that's true.
it's all
I read
clear.
something recently that apparently the yandere from... I forget her name, but there's a yandere in like part 4 of JoJo's, which I think someone pointed out is the first example of a yandere in like manga. I'm not sure about that one though. I need to double check that statistic. And that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi. So figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Can't guarantee that. One sec, let me check. Thank you, Dash. I have a fact checker in the chat tonight. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So there's the missing hammers. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. mallets. The Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet? Did someone wash it recently? Why is there a spotless hammer? Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarpaulin under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there won't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarpaulin added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Then how did they get Hifumi here? Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. And all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? The man's dead and you're still calling out his weight? Come on, Makoto. Let the man rest in peace. It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. I did not remember that detail. But now, they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why? Hifumi's glasses have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Is there any chance Hifumi is, like, faking death somehow? Like, it's just very strange the way this is all done. Byakuya, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone else could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rules say is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay? Byakuya is just being dumbfounded. It's like, oh, fuck. Someone else thought of something I didn't. Nothing shows up as per the first actual yandere. Most just pops up the most iconic ones. Okay. We got a list of, like, the most iconic yandere. You know what? That's something. We take what we can get. And we avoid those ones. We don't avoid the ones for your personal health. Come on.
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. What if he did? Would it have killed him to tell me what it was? I mean, probably. Would have killed his pride at the very least. If you ever look up, the first one that shows up is Yuno Gasai. You know what? That makes sense. I think I watched like half of Mirai Nikki, but I never finished it. I wasn't particularly fussed about it. Sakura, what are you doing? There are many aspects of the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that happened.
So then...
You like my help? Yes, please, Sakura. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go looking for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning, just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office. What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Hifumi screamed. Huh? Oh, what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened. This is a long recap. But at the same time, we discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. As soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. Celeste is weirdly involved in all of this. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Hina, do you have any input on this?
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Yeah? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but
And we came right to the repository too, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? Yeah, we knew it was locked. We were here. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. The game being like, alright, yeah, head on out now, man. There's a trolley here. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward. But if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? I don't remember that being there, but okay. And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Well, we got a truth bullet. There's only one way in and out of this room. The door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door. It can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Add the truth bullet section of your handbook. Might be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some place I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, and the equipment room where Taka was found. Is there any chance there's like a hidden door somewhere in this room? Seems the answer to be no. What about these lockers? It's a locker. Nothing too remarkable about it. Fair enough. Alright, so we have to go back to the equipment room where Kiyotaka was found, and we have to go down to the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Well, it's going to be faster just to go back here this way first. Okay. Oh, Jill. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which can mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so it should definitely have been possible. Equipment room bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. I'm already already checked the hammer, but maybe I'll get something new if I go in here. Could be that Celeste moved the bodies there and locked herself inside while she positioned the bodies. Yeah, she could, but then she would have had to have gotten out of the repository while Hina and Sakura were in the art room. It'd be pretty hard to, like, sneak out of that. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. You got any thoughts on this, Jill? Oh, I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. That checks out. I'm not doing good on my voices today. I'm not happy with them. Huh. This tarp. I feel like I've seen this one before, and just recently, too. Alright. This seems to be all we're going to get from this room. I don't think there's going to be anything in this one. Alright, down to the nurse's office we go. We need medical assistance. It's a bit late for medical assistance, but it could still be useful. Where's the... There's steps downstairs. Ah, Celeste is here. Celeste, give me an update. What are you investigating, Celeste? Oh, I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. Oh, what about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you're supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Indeed.
Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. Celeste was in... Keeps correction, I'm just factually wrong. Celeste was in the nurse's office with all of you when Taka's body was moved. Well, Celeste is saying she was in the bathroom when the body got moved. Though there is something I'm wondering now. I'm wondering if Celeste is just weirdly involved in all of this. So I'm wondering if Celeste is the killer, but she's the killer who had Hifumi as an accomplice. And the idea was basically Hifumi was going to help her set up all of this and then die. Because there is no reason to be an accomplice in this if you want to live. But if you're a massive simp like Hifumi, you might be willing to die for your waifu. That's kind of the angle I'm starting to think is happening here. Because Hifumi's glasses were cleaned, which makes me think that... Nope, she's not 2D to Hifumi. You know what? Fair enough. I'm just trying to think of this, because it feels too straightforward for it to just be Hiro, you know? But I'm wondering if that might have been the angle here. Justice Hammer 3, the one was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Is there anything in the fridge? I don't know. I don't think I've been through. I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Wait, so you're telling me there's a massive stack of blood transfusions in that fridge? So somebody... Ahem, what about the missing AI? That's also true. I completely forgot about the missing AI. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. I think you know more than you're letting on, Celeste. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. Oh, so you can clearly tell it's an anime 2D waifu. Can I click on this now and do something? No. Will Celeste tell me any more information? When it disappeared, you're supposed to be in the nurse's office, right? A tiny cloth for glasses?
Yes. Indeed.
Correct. He was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. She seemed getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When you got back, the body was gone. Alright. I've already read this. Nothing new from this, it seems. So, this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is a note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship is pretty remarkable, so left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Glasses wearing gang, rise up. Let's go, we can commit murder. For legal reasons, that is a joke. Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yasuhiro's message. So I said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Mans did just say this is a trap and said go to Hiro's room. That could be the trap. Which room is Yasuhiro's? Celeste, Chihiro, Oi, Sakura, Leon, Yasuhiro. Yasuhiro, right here. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Baka did say to go look. Might be a great idea. I'm gonna take the plunge. Place your bets now. What's inside here? A lot of ritual doodads. This is Hiro's room. All kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which you can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Why is anyone else? Why is that camera glitching out like that? A surveillance camera. There's no point in worrying about it right now. You just forget about it. Why is it glitching out though? There's boxes. I think something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. It's a different handwriting. Robo Justice blueprints have been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. What's up with the bed? Is a normal bed. Pretty much like the one in my room. It looks like he has, like, tarot cards. What the? Oh, it's a door that's lighting up there. Okay. What is in here? I silently checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? I mean, it's Yasahiro, man. Yes, leave the area. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran to the second floor as fast as I could. I don't trust this. Something funky's going on. Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Phew, man, I had the worst day. Hiro? Explain, please. Hiro?
Huh?
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Excuse me? Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden, without a trace.
Well,
That was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I have no idea. 1 second, I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to look at, just to look at you.
Huh?
Well, I don't know.
Here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all
I didn't
wrong.
make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Woo! Free at last. Hey there! Hello! Hope you have fun. I hope I have fun as well. This is a very weird murder case. Hope your night's going well, Eve. Is it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. How do you know about the blueprints, Celeste?
is that okay?
In other words, is it obvious to everyone that you made this costume? That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too. Ave, aren't you streaming right now? Ave, are you streaming right now? What are you doing here, man?
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible.
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
Tie me up?
Oh, hold on, guys. I think it's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking, blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. That missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
See, look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I mean, he might not have.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Wait a minute. You can't bend at the waist.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Hiro, what did you do?
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see? It's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead.
Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
Oh, what the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, tell me?
Robo Justice Costume is added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Is there any chance of just a second costume in this locker? Okay, no. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. Better leave her alone.
What the heck?
If you don't tell what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it?
Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
Oh, what? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not! Wait, hold on. If those were the ones that were killed.
How about
That's it! I know who did it!
So then,
You may as well tell us then.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least
Which means-
30% right.
Alter ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Huh? Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so...
I know. That note.
No.
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we could use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey,
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
What? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
You know that's true. You must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even though it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
You gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
Oh, what the heck? For serious?
This is interesting. Which Junko you like? I don't know. Don't particularly care about Junko. Yeah, I figured that was going to be some type of bot. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero. Oh. See, here's the thing. Fire actually knows the stuff that happens in this game. I do not. So I pretty much have a guard dog, I guess, to spoilers.
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why... Strict mod? Nah, that's what they're there for.
Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone, help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we've been bound and gagged you.
If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? Protect streamer from spoilers.
Everyone needs an asshole friend. Fire is my asshole friend. And I think they're... it seems they're upfront about it. I agree. See, T knows what's up.
You're right. I had to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now!
Oh, Yasahiro, you... Hell yeah, TFF. Oh, Yasahiro, you... You, Yasuhiro, you. I don't know how else to describe you. I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Well, later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then. Show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I think I should head that way for now. Let's go! We're on the second floor, right? Where's the... I've completely went the wrong direction. Wonderful. It is this way. My sense of direction is equally as bad in video games as it is in real life. The repository is through these windy halls. And in here. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka, without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. What about Hifumi?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. So Keep, who are you sus of? At the moment, I'm actually suspicious of Celeste, because she's weirdly involved in everything. Every time I hear Taka, I think about my D&D character, FML. Like, Celeste is weirdly involved in everything, and she hasn't really been. She's been kind of like a bit of a player in the background type. Plus, it's actually Fire that is doing all the killing in this game. God damn it, Fire! We've been over this! But yeah, my guess is Celeste, actually. Because she kind of slipped up earlier where she mentioned the costume and the blueprints in Yasuhiro's room, but she wasn't ever down there to my knowledge. To my knowledge, the only people that were down there were me and Byakuya. So when she mentioned that, it's like, that feels like you let too much slip there. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? Always. No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey! How? Hey, you! How long are you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So, if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
A rigor mortis already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. This is the most gruesome version of Can You Open This Pickle Jar I've ever seen. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. That cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. Hey, we don't look at color keeps. Damn. What did I say? After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Damn. White. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. I'm still kind of thinking Hifumi might just be alive and faking his death. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. That means someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that? And why? What's your thoughts on this? So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants. So we can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants. Not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means. I've been on the internet too long to not know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at this paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole, maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of being ripped. Would that be the part that Kiyotaka had? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. I mean, like, I know the answer to this one.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks had nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. E-handbook and the truthful section of your handbook. But why, though? Wait, what? Already?
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
This is concerning, actually, because I have my guesses, I have my hunches, I don't have proof, it feels like.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay.